Hello, hello, and welcome back as I learn, much to my chagrin, how it feels to be outsmarted by a bivalve in Perfidious Pete Plays Stellaris. Can't believe I'm saying this, but you know what? For a species with a minimally functional central nervous system, these bacteriums, they're insidious bastards. They really are. The insidiousness of the Bacterian hierarchy is rivaled only by the perfidiousness of the Peterians. Credit where credit is due, Bacterians. You duped me. You got me. Sure, we're gonna win the war. You guys have given up, and yes, we're going to subjugate your species beneath our boot, because I have decided I am going to vassalize you. But the thing is, the whole reason I started this war, the whole reason this decade-long conflict was for me to eat your babies. That's why. And now, with you as my vassal, what sort of babies are there for me to eat? What kind of babies am I going to get my hands on? I'm going to get these fungus men here. I've got, like, fungus people, Terathians living in my empire. They're fungoids. A decade-long war, and this is all I've got, is fungus men. Hell, I didn't even know these fungus guys existed until I conquered their planet, and yet the Bacterians still managed to lure me into an utterly ruinous conflict and then escape the repercussions using these musty slobs as their cat's paws. And now I'm babyless. That, Bacterians, is some devious shit. And I, the perfidious one, salute you. Well done. And right now, what he is probably like, really, Pete? Is it that they're insidious? Or is it just that you're ashamed to admit that you got outsmarted by clams and fungus? Okay, you know, maybe you're onto something. Maybe you're onto something. You may also be saying, hey, you know, you said there were no babies to eat, Pete, but many sorts of fungus are edible. You could just eat these fungus guys' babies. You're not wrong. I suppose we could eat the babies of the fungus men, but the fungus men are the opposite of the bacteriums. You see, adult bacterians are they're unedible. They're rather unedible. They're inedible. They're all stringy and gross. It's the succulent babies of the clam men that you want to eat. They're succulent babies, but fungus guys, they're the other way around. Bacterian adults are bitter and gross. You eat the babies. Fungus men, adults, are delicious, but the babies are like those gross spores. They're all sandy and grainy, and they get in your mouth, and the texture is terrible. Fungus men babies are the things you make certain to wash out of their gill slits before you dice them and chuck them on a pizza. You want to make sure all those babies up out of that. You don't want any of that in you. That's gross. So we have gotten our peace accord, unrest. At least one of our planets has unrest. Which one? I'm going to guess probably one of these planets. So there's no governor on your surface. You have, of course, no armies. Well, we're going to rectify that whole army situation. Building armies will help us decrease the unrest as well. We also have Bagash here. Oh, that was Bagash. Glugbath is the other planet. Yeah, do we have armies on this planet? We do, and this planet does not have unrest as a result. No, we don't have armies here. Wait, I have a fleet in orbit? What the hell's going on with Glugbath? Is this not my planet? This is not my planet. Wait a minute. They seeded us this system. We're supposed to own this. We have Pava, but why is it... We only have this one planet. Why do we not have control of this planet? The sons of bitches kept it! These bacteriums are unbelievably Oh, I hate them so much. I hate them so much. Alright, well, I'm eating these fucking fungus bastards then. Are you actually going to eat the fungus, man? No, I'm not going to eat them. I just got to bring a human to this planet. So, while this planet is under our direct control, this is counting towards our system limit, too, because we have and we didn't get the whole system? Alright, so, yeah, we learned a valuable lesson. War goals are extraordinarily important. Unrest, we're going to get rid of that by recruiting armies. We have unemployment where? Some of these fungus guys don't have jobs. Actually, most of these fungus guys don't have jobs. Well, that's delightful. Nothing like some unemployed fungus. Technically, I think all fungus is unemployed because they are sessile. Not like any immobile species can have a lot of opportunities to... Very well, Peterian Empire, let us end this war in the spirit of reconciliation. You don't get to make war demands. This is over. Diplomatic response. Okay, I'm just going to click OK. So you are our vassal now, correct? Let's take a look. I don't care about my contacts. I want to look at, like, planets and sectors. So we have just Bagash is the only one we got. Okay. What's our population on Bagash? We got 7 fungus men. Fungus guys gotta go. How do I see my vassal stats, though? There's definitely got to be a way to do that. Species, leaders, tradition, expansion planner, planets and sectors. Factions? No, they're not a faction. There's, okay, where's the... Go to the Empire thing. Here we go. Relative power, pathetic. Well, I like seeing that. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are definitely our vassal, though. Where do we... I know there's a way we can give... you know what? We'll have to mess with... I know there's a way we can start giving orders to our vassals. Ah, here we go. Now, there's a way we, like, set policies on our vassals. Is that... over here? Planets, military fleets. No, no. No. Armies. We do have the transportation fleet. They're headed back to Aether. We should get rid of some of these assault armies, or rather, we should go park them somewhere. Really, any planet, as far as the parking, any planet will pretty much do. We need to move this wormhole generator as well. We got a lot of, like, maintenance tasks. Okay, so first things first. Construction ship, I want you coming down to Pava. You are going to build a wormhole generator right out here. I don't want to build it within the system's gravity well. I just want to build it way out here. Come here, construction ship. Build a wormhole station. Build it out here, and then we'll deconstruct the one in Aether. That's going to be fine. We're working on Damium. We need to actually... Since Damium is no longer... Damium is no longer a sector for us, so we're going to spend a little bit of time here to go ahead and start doing some upgrades. That takes us out of cash. Peace offer. We have this unemployment. We need to set our species policies for how we're going to behave on these fungus guys, too. We'll just let the Simo run at normal speed. So, what are our species polys? We got them set to chattel slavery right now. Well, we need to reset your default rights. We did what now? Clear the tile blocker? Right. Species. Let's figure out what we're going to do with the fungus men. Do we legitimately want to eat them? I think then becomes the question. We cleared a tile blocker that should have been on this planet, right? On Bagash? No, we did not. Where is that? We got to get rid of one of these. You got to go clear this. We don't have enough minerals. We're going to have to wait till next month, get enough minerals. Actually, if we're going to be doing pause, let's just crank this up to fast speed. Chunk that out. All right, minerals. Clear this tile blocker. I need a spot in which to move a human because, again, there must be a human overlord on this planet at all times. That's the way it works. Transport fleet. Let's just fly you to Bagash, and since they have unrest, we're going to have you go enter orbit. You know what? Just go land your armies there. It's fine. It's not like they're doing anything else. We might as well sit them on a planet. They'll help crush the fungus men's last shreds of resistance. And now what do we got to do? We got to sit down now and do some serious empire management here. That's what we need to do. We got to figure out what resources are still available for us. And more importantly, how to start capitalizing on them. And one of the things we're going to do, we're going to have to start colonizing again. Our expansion was completely stymied by our vassals. Well, the war we had with our vassals. We have one thing of Peterian dust. How is it that I know there's a way we can set up to interact with I know there's a way we can handle our vassals. I just can't remember where to do it. Traditions, expansion planner. It's not the expansion planner, is it? No. Habitable planets. Yeah, that's not actually what I want at all. Definitely not the ship designer. Definitely not tradition. Leaders. We do have an idle governor. I mean, you should be governing something. Let's find a nice system for you to govern. Pete, you're getting distracted from the overall goal. Yes, I know. I mean, we do have... This planet is habitable. It's a tropical world. We need to be... Okay, so we need to put a colony here just for expansion purposes. So Petersburg is a good target for this idle governor. If we're paying for him, there's no reason to not have his ass doing something. So congratulations, governor. You're getting promoted to the governor of Petersburg. Which one's bigger? Well, this one has more people on it, so for now, yeah, congratulations, you're the governor of Petersburg. Governor taken care of then. How? The screen. I know there's a way we can set our vassal interaction. It's not the factions. Because that just manages our factions. Okay, maybe it's down here? Go to search. No. Multiplayer chat. Oh, oh. I know. Damn it. I know there's a place for this. Or at least there used to be. Those are all just map modes. There used to be a thing where we could go contact and communicate with the Bacterian hierarchy, because we could tell them, like, you have to send us this percentage of your resources, stuff like that. Truce with the Peterian Empire for 10 years. So if we wanted to turn code on them, they have closed borders with the Exterminate Empire because we do. Vassals. Is this it? Declare war, open butters, release subject, which, no, we're definitely not going to do that. Go to backdoor. No, this just centers our view on them. How do we pull up their... I could swear there was a way we could tell them to do stuff, but maybe I'm actually thinking of a subject instead of a vassal. That could be it. I could be confusing subject and vassal. Well, we have access to their systems now, so there's no reason we can't begin exploring. All right. So, Pete, what are you going to do about this fleet? Well, I admit the fleet is a bit of a problem. We're way over our naval force limit, so of course we're paying a bunch of extra capacity for this fleet. That's on my list of stuff to do. We got to reduce ourselves down under our cap, or increase our population to the point where it's not a problem anymore. We analyzed some debris in Gallerium. Petersburg finished its surface construction. Also, it's just a matter of I gotta shift gears here and go away from the war mindset and get myself back to the not in a war mindset, so I can begin thinking empire building and long term. Got to start thinking infrastructure, stuff like that. I gotta shift gears, and it may take me a little while to get fully adjusted. Both of our construction ships are up and working. That's fantastic. Really, all we want to do at this point, I think it's time to start spamming out some colonies here. We really need to get our colonization game floored. We gotta put the pedal to the metal and get working on the colonies. We're gonna probably wind up moving this wormhole generator and probably destroying this frontier outpost because we have no real need for it. As the first planet I think we're gonna colonize is Betelgeuse, because that lets us get rid of that frontier outpost as well. And losing those frontier outposts, first things first, though. I need a construction ship. When do you guys finish your shit? We've got a very brief opportunity here to make sure we have access to our next potential victim. I mean, trading partner, neighbor. No, you know what? Victim. I'm just going to stick with it. Yeah, my first instinct was the correct one. We have a potential chance to make contact with our next potential victim. Peterians should begin growing oh, they're actually already working on a prop in this Autochthon monument. All right, so Earth doesn't really need anything at the moment. They're good. How about you guys? Are you growing a population? Yes, you are growing a population, but we should clear a tile blocker from you, just so I don't forget. Food is going to be a bit of a priority for us. Also, since food is a priority, because we're trying to encourage growth, we're going to build a hydroponic farm. We're going to clear that tile blocker. St. Peter's, what do you got? You still have... Okay, you're still growing pop, but you're right up against the wall on what you can grow. Again, food is a priority, so clear that tile blocker. Varnia, yeah, we're just going to ignore you. Let me know when all the Kravog, or whatever the hell they are. Let me know when all the weird squishy alien guys are dead. When they're dead, you know, come back and talk to me then. This has given us 1 mineral to 1 food. We really need food, though. I keep saying really. I really want to do this. I really want to do this. Our focus needs to be getting our empire to expand. That needs to be our immediate and total focus. Also, one thing we are going to do now that we have an open tile on this planet, we're going to need a human overseer. Where is your colony? Upgrade building. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So you can come over here, and in the meantime, one of these folks from good old-fashioned Earth is like this slave here who was producing a meager 1 mineral for us. You're getting resettled. Somebody has to go keep an eye on the fungus men, and that someone is you. Congratulations, you have been promoted from out of slavery to, technically, I think this makes you an interstellar overlord. Formerly a slave, now the only human on a planet of non-humans, and speaking of which, we gotta go ahead and, I forgot earlier to change our species rights, which we're gonna do. So, how do we want to handle the fungus men? Well, let's set their default rights. Citizenship, yep, they're slaves. Living standards, basic subsistence. Well, first off, slavery type, they're not chattel slaves anymore. Livestock cannot be employed to produce resources, but are instead regularly culled to increase the food supply. Do we straight up want to eat them? That's the question. Their purge type is already set to forced labor. Species is not being purged. Why the hell not? Species should be being purged, though? Why are they not being purged? Citizenship, slaves. No, citizenship, unfucking desirable. Yeah, there we go. Much better. We don't have to worry about slavery. Now we just got a migration controls. Yeah, they don't get to migrate. Population controls. Oh, no, definitely those are going to be enabled. Colonization right? Absolutely fucking not. Military service? No fucking way. You don't get to touch guns. Living standards? Non-existent. Damn Skippy. So, do we want to straight up eat them? Because we can. We could have kept them as slaves and used them as livestock. The other thing we could do is just straight up break them down into food. Nah, I think forced labor is better. Let's, yeah, we're gonna go with that. So, you are no longer chattel slaves. Let's see, the species thing didn't up when we changed that. Wait, did that not? Is that default rights? Forced labor. These are undesirables. How come that didn't? Oh, because we have to probably unpause it. Just don't click that. Did that make it change? No, they're still listed as chattel slavery. Why? Set rights. Purge type. Force. No, I don't want them to be chattel slaves. I want them to... You're not slaves. You are undesirables. Yes. Forced labor. Migration controls. Yes, they're enabled. Population controls are enabled. Colonization is forbidden. No military service. This is what we want. They are undesirables. For some reason, that didn't save. Oh, I reset their default rights, not their actual rights. Got it. Understand, Pete. Look at the actual UI and read what it says. So, you are undesirable. You are now being driven into forced labor. I don't give a single shit about your plight, fungus man. I thought about eating you. I'm still kind of torn on the whole eating them thing. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to eat the bacterium. But these guys are all slaves now doing forced labor. That's fantastic for us. We should, and since food is our goal here, I think we can go ahead and afford to build a hydroponics farm just to make this man a little better at his job of producing food for his new human overlord. And then we also need to clear that tile blocker. So let's get to the end of the month. We actually have an energy problem. In that we're not going to be able to clear tile blockers because we're out of energy. That's a bit of an issue. It's less of an issue on anywhere but Bagash, but here, we really need these tile blockers cleared. And it costs 100 energy to clear a tile blocker. We need more energy. How do we get it? Well, we could definitely get more energy by getting rid of these stupid, stinking piece of crap extra ships that we were forced to build. We could just destroy them. We can mothball them as well, which would be helpful. First things first. Here, take the first strike force, and I mean, I don't want to just waste ships. I remember there being something fairly powerful here. You know what? You two, can you merge? Transfer all? Yes. So you guys are one gigantic fleet. Not a distraction. Come up here and finish off whatever this is so we can finish our exploration of the universe. We're actually, that also would be like, Pete, you know, you realize you just reduced your overall energy income by doing... I know that that reduced our overall energy income. What we've got to figure out is a way to make our energy income go up. I don't want to build any enhancements that are going to not produce... Okay, so here's one thing we can do. Build on this. Do we have an energy grid? We do have an energy grid. How many energy tiles are available on this planet? Actually, a shitload. So we have 1, 2, yeah. We definitely need to build an energy grid on this planet. So we're going to wait. This tile's getting an energy grid. This increases, I don't care that it's suppressing the 1 mineral. That increases the overall energy output of our planet entire, which is going to get us a big bonus here from the 12 we're pulling off of this Peterian power plant. Then it's just back to, okay, we're making some moves. Now it's time to just chill for a minute. Sit back, relax. All right, our wormhole station is built in Bagra. That's fantastic. That means we no longer need this wormhole station. So you have served your purpose. You may go now. We don't need to pay maintenance on a wormhole station that we are not using. Our wormhole rings look very nice. We got plenty of wormhole space, and now we can punch all the way into the Eruxo Empire, should we so desire. Call me, well, what kind of people are you, Eruxo? You are erudite explorers. They are hostile to us? How come they don't like us? How come you don't like us? Eruxo, what do we do to you? You're a despotic hegemony. Hegemony? Border friction. All right, xenophobic bigots. They don't like xenophobes. We're a threat. We are rivaled to you. And we have enough repugnant rulers. Same authority. Okay, so we're never going to be friends because, 1, we're ugly, and 2, you rivaled us. Are we rivaled? You're rivaling us. Are we rivaling you? We do not. Well, we are now. Go to hell. So you're not going to like us. What kind of species are you? Caste system. Fanatic materialist. You're an anthropoid. Arthropoid. Okay, so you're an arthropod. Gotcha. Ask to be their vassal. No, don't really want to. I'm tempted to just declare war. Relative power. Fleet power is equivalent. Naval capacity is equivalent. Technology level equivalent. I don't really, and they have a 15, so their population is significantly bigger than ours. They will have, they would have a considerable fleet size advantage. I think we got to hold off on this until we can get our naval force limit up a little bit. This construction ship should not be idle. If we start upgrading this system, and we did destroy some stuff here in Pava, one of which was producing power. Yeah. So we don't get this power? No, because if we could get the power off of that, it would be lit. We need more power. Considerably more power. Dorfil, are you in yet? Nope, still not claimed by any known empire. Also, don't we have some frontier stations that we are no longer using? We are, yeah, we got a couple that probably need to go. This one in Lysira could go, but we have to, all right, we're just gonna have to chill for a minute. So let's crank the speed up a little bit. Right now, we're sort of just, we're biding our time for a minute.
Tile blocker cleared. Tile blocker cleared.
Okay, some tile blockers running out. Debris has been analyzed. We now have an idle science ship. The Honorable USS Sanchez. All right, Sanchez. Do I really need to survey system? It seems like if our vassal has surveyed this system, we should also count as having it surveyed. It just seems fair. Oh, the Sagacious is assisting research. Hey, you got to stop that. There's stuff to explore now. Once again, exploration has been opened to our people. You need to go begin doing that. So come survey that system. Sanchez, I want you to go survey here. See what we can find. These systems have not been surveyed by us, but it will be useful for us to know what is there. Got a hostile fleet. Let's go check that out. Yep. So these guys are fairly powerful. In all likelihood, we will lose some ships in this engagement, and you know what? I'm 100% okay with that, actually.
Construction complete.
Are we building? No, we're not building anything. All right, so hostile fleets, we got some debris analyzed. Army recruitment is finished. Construction's complete again. More construction complete. What we got to do then is colonize. We'll come back to this fleet battle in a minute. I'm just going to leave it paused. We're going to go colonize Betelgeuse. Pete, why are you colonizing Betelgeuse? Because it's a really habitable tropical world and it's freaking enormous. That's why. Where do we want to drop? We're just going to go ahead and, yeah, we want to colonize this. Planet summary. We're going to colonize your ass. Earth, you got this. Build me a colony ship, please, and drop it right there. So that's sorted. Colony ship is on the way. Yep, Earth is working on it. Let's go back to the watch the fleet engagement then. Are we fighting yet? Not yet. Who are these guys? Hey, who are you? Iota Menace. What are you doing in my system? How'd you even get over here? Also, who are you? Scram.
Hostile fleet engaged.
I wouldn't mind losing some ships here. Really wouldn't mind if you guys could help us out and take a few of these extra ships off of our hands. That'd be real nice. Good. They are, in fact, taking a couple extra ships off of our hands. That's beautiful.
Situation log updated.
We're going to fly then, not a distraction, right over here. Oh, we're already fighting? We're already fighting. Missiles are already flying. I don't know what this is. Alien space station? Well, it's destroyed now. Now it's a chunk of shit. It was something a minute ago. Now it's garbage. So not a distraction. Cannot make it out there because it's outside our wormhole radius. Is there anything else we can do with this fleet that is potentially useful? We really want to get over here. Look at these habitable worlds. Continental world. It's only got a population size of 12, though. That sucks. If we built a wormhole generator in Monakidir, we could hop that gap to Ishnor. Do you want to hop the gap to Ishnor? Why does that sound vaguely dirty? Be like, hey, what'd you do with that? That I saw you last night, Pete, at the bar. Come last call, you were talking to that gal. Did you hop the gap to Ishnor, man? Yeah, that seems about right. Like, no, man, I tried to hop the gap, but she wasn't having any of it. She took one look at me and just immediately rejected me. It's like, you really think I'm going to let you hop the gap to Ishnor? How drunk do you think I am, sir? I was like, well, clearly I thought you were drunker than you actually are, because I wouldn't ask if I didn't think I had a chance. The Bacterium are sending ships into our space now, because since they are a vassal, we have unfettered access to their space. They likewise have unfettered access to ours. How's things going here? We have a timed project. Oh, we have debris. Somebody really needs to go do that. You know what? After you're finished, new guy, yeah, with whatever you're doing, I want you to fly all the way up here and research that project. But they won't do that until after they have finished surveying. Meanwhile, construction ships. You guys aren't doing anything. We still are going to be very much focused on enriching the surfaces of our planets, though. This is our priority. Upgrade a mining facility. Well, it will make them take more power, but it also produces more minerals, so certainly. We want to keep Earth in tip-top shape. Tip-top. Petersburg, how you all doing? Looking, okay, got a slave working some food here. Energy grid, though. Are we building one? Did we build one? Is one in progress? Why not? No, we do. Okay, we have an energy grid. You're building an energy grid right now, which is good. After that energy grid is finished, I'm going to wait till you grow a population before I improve that tile. We could build some more mines here, but mines do take power and energy to maintain. I don't really want to increase our energy investment for minerals right now, simply because we need energy way more than we need minerals. What do you guys got going? Plenty of space. This person is going to be a grown pop that's doing nothing. This person is already a grown pop that's doing nothing. Is there an Autochthonian monument on this planet? There is not. Well, Jimmy Idleboy, guess what? We're going to go ahead and build one, because there should be one there for you to do something on. We're going to get an Autochthonian monument on literally every planet where we have populace that is not doing anything. I would really rather have this person growing food than I would making minerals. They're not going to grow a lot of food, but they are going to grow some food. And in fact, I'm actually going to build a hydroponic farm to make growing food more efficient. What do you have on this? What is built on this? You have primitive farms. Oh, right, because you guys suck. Planetary administration. We don't have a planetary administration on this planet. How do we not? Oh, well, I mean, wait, that's a research facility? Where is our planetary administration? Did we never build one? I am the world's worst administrator. Wait, no, what is this? This is one. We are missing, so we need minerals to upgrade Varnia to get them a planetary administration, which we want to do because those primitive farms are not cutting it. What about this planet? Do you guys have one? They don't have one either. So we need to upgrade Bagash as well. All right, Pittsburgh, how are you guys doing? You have one. Well, you don't have a planetary administration, and we should probably build one. We could sack minerals for food. Alternatively, we could just move one of these populations down here and have them be... Yeah, I would rather have food than minerals. Also, build a hydroponics farm. This is acceptable for now. Food is so important. Encouraging our empire to grow. The more food we have, we've got an extra 10% per Peterian dust. We're also getting 17%. So our total monthly gain, 18.3%, is relatively good. Our population is going to start exploding quickly. Abundant supplies of food means more humans. I think we repair this and then we begin destroying to get down under. Being over our fleet limit is really hurt. In fact, you know what? We're not even going to repair them. We're just going to disband some of these. We don't need all of these corvettes. Let's get down to our fleet limit. Every single one of these I am destroying represents a complete and total waste of minerals, and it shames and appalls me to have to do this, but it must be done. We still got to get rid of 8 more. So we got to get down to a fleet size of 30. Oh. All right. 1, 2. We're just going to buckle my shoe. 3 and 4. Possibly shut the door. 5 and 6. I'm giving these guys the dick. And 7 and 8. Well, I'm going to lay them straight into a fucking grave is what I'm going to do. And there we go. So we are at our capacity. And now, energy, suddenly, no longer a problem whatsoever. Hey, our vassals can come over here, huh? I don't hate that plan. Let's communicate with our vassals very quickly. So... Well, I mean... Wait, do we still have closed borders with these guys? Has closed borders between the Eruxo Empire, Peterian Empire, Truce, Peterian Empire, Vassal. Vassal under the Peterian Empire. I don't want to release a subject. I don't need to open my borders. Offer a trade deal. Offer migration treaty. No, we're not going to do that. How come I can't integrate them? Oh, we can't integrate them while we have a truce. Right, so we're going to have to wait like 8 more years before we even have a chance to integrate these guys. That upsets me a great deal. Now that we have power again, though, let's get our construction ships working and working hard. So, construction ship. Where can you harvest? The only thing we have that is currently unharvested. So, build research stations. And you come over here and also build a research station. And when you're done with that, you know what? Come down and throw one in Monkadir too. And that will be all of our available space being 100% utilized. We will be working every single possible thing that we can work. We'll be 100% cultivated. Damium, I'm assuming, yeah, we built some stuff there. 100% cultivation. Say what you want about the Peterian Empire, but our infrastructure, you know, it really can't upgrade our infrastructure. Infrastructure is the one thing we've been doing correctly. We fucked up our war, we set the long war goals, we got tricked by clams and fungus, but when it comes to building a solid system of harnessing the resources of the galaxy, that shit we've got down pat. And I think I'm going to wrap this episode up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see the continuing evolution of the Peterian Empire and what I feel like is our inevitable war on these arthropod guys, will they be delicious? I mean, I don't know. Typically humans and arthropods are not usually on the menu. Maybe it's time for the Peterian Empire to get a little more Epicurean. Clams and fungus, I mean, those are things that we eat, but who's to say we couldn't begin branching out? Why not diversify the diet? They say variety is the spice of life. In this case, variety would be the thing upon which we'd be putting the spices of life, you know, probably like cayenne pepper, maybe some sage or some rosemary. We'd be applying, those are herbs, I guess, technically not spices. Who cares? If you enjoyed this, you know what to do right now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.